Welcome back, and I know why you're here. I've got a lot of things to share with you here today. Today's topic, what kind of wheels have I owned, and what have I put on my car? So after counting everything up, I had a total of 17 wheels in my possession. Pretty crazy to think about. It didn't really seem like I had that much. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So I had the stock wheels that came with the car. I had the M Sport package, so I had the OEM 194M 17-inch M Sport wheels. Pretty ugly. I hated the fact that they were 17. I couldn't even keep them once I got the BBK put on. Became useless, so I sold them. Before those were gone, I acquired a set of BBS LM reps. Yes, there were reps, but at the time I didn't know any better. I just got whatever was cheap and looked good. And the LM reps were 19-inch. They were 8.5 front, 9.5 rear. They were pretty standard back then. Today I would say that would be pretty weak. Then I picked up a buddy's 189 wheels, pretty standard sport wheels for the BMWs that you would see on the E90s and E92s. I only had them because I needed a replacement that was going to be something that cleared my big brake kit, and that was only temporary until my new wheels came in. The wheels that I was waiting for were being built, and those were the 360 forged Mesh 8 19-inch 9x9 in the front, 10 in the rear. Those my first three-piece wheels. Pretty sweet. Moving on, I went to my first Forgestar F14 wheels. Gloss black, 19-inch, super deep concave, 9.5 front, 11 rear. Around the same time, I picked up a set of 18-inch TE37 SLs. Super awesome. SL stands for Super Lap. They were probably one of my favorite racing wheels, and if I could do it all over again, I would keep those actually. I got them with the red spoke decal, but shortly after I was going with the yellow theme, and I contacted a supplier to go ahead and swap them out, so I got sent the yellow ones, and it worked out so well. They were beautiful. A couple random wheels that I picked up along the way. I got M6 reps. I don't know why. I just pretty much got them next to nothing, so I picked them up thinking I was going to use them. I gave them to a friend. And I got F10 M5 wheels. I ended up not using those wheels. Those were also 19s as well as the M6 reps. But I decided to make a table out of it. Or it's still work in progress, but I have a wheel table being made. As soon as the TE37 SLs were sold, I needed another wheel to kind of get me in between until my next set was coming in, and a buddy let me borrow his 400M F31 M Sport wheels. 18s, they cleared the big brake kit, so I was okay with it. They were pretty sweet wheels actually. The wheels that were coming in were a set of VMR V803s, 19 by 9.5 square plus 25 offset. I was debuting the wheels for them, the first ever. It was pretty sweet. I actually loved the wheels. They were in a really nice aggressive look, had the really big open spokes. I got them in a gunmetal. Pretty nice wheels. They just didn't have anything too wide in the rear, so I decided to get rid of them eventually, but thanks VMR for those. And before you know it, I went to my next Forgestar wheels. I got the F14 again, super deep concave once again, in bronze burst. They were too dark. I like them, same specs, 9.5 and 11, but they were too dark for me. I just thought they didn't really pop out like they did in pictures, so I got rid of those pretty soon. Actually, I didn't get rid of them. I powder coated them, then got rid of them. And then comes one of my favorite sets ever. I found a set of BBS LM Championship Editions. I don't know how I found them, but I managed to search somewhere through Canada and found a guy that was willing to ship it, and I ended up getting those. One of my favorite sets because they were just so beautiful looking. They needed a little work, but I made them look brand new. Those were at a 19-inch, 8.5 front, 10 rear, a pretty standard setup for BBS LMs that you find on our chassis. But I thought those were just some of the best. They had like the special spokes and special decals and all that stuff on them. Pretty sweet. They were manufactured actually like in 2000 and I don't remember, like 8 or 9 or 10 or something, I don't know. About a couple weeks later, I had a buddy that picked up a set of BBS LMRs and let me rock those for a little bit. It was pretty cool because I had this picture you can see right here. I had a set of the Forgestars, the LMs, and the LMRs just all next to each other, and it was one of the most iconic wheel moments just because I just didn't have room for any more wheels. But he had a set of 19-inch, also 8.5 and 10 rears, I believe. VMRs, and those are my dream wheels. Those are some of the most beautiful wheels I think were ever made. They just have the right design on the spokes, the step lip. Can't beat it. And then once again, going back to the Forgestars F14 Super Deep Concave. It's getting repetitive at this point, but I picked up a set of gunmetal squares, 10 front and rear. It was a square setup with 25 offset. I wanted to try a little something and experimenting how aggressive I can make the fronts, and the fronts cleared just fine. FYI, for those that you want to know, if you can fit 19 by 10 plus 25 front, it's like cake. And I ran two 35 19s on those. And then came one set that I really enjoyed. That was the Work VSXX Brombacher wheels. One of the most iconic wheels that was in our community for the BMWs, just because of the classic design. Two-piece setup. It was just awesome. They looked gorgeous, and I found a good deal on it, so I picked up one of those, cleaned them up a little bit. It didn't last very long, but I really enjoyed that one. That was a probably one of my favorites that I would say from a classic design standpoint. Around the same time, I was anticipating on selling those, so I picked up a set of stock wheels. I picked up the OEM 193Ms. Those are the standard M Sport wheels for the E90, E92. They're in 18s, pretty standard, had run flat tires. I just wanted to pick up something cheap. I got a really good deal on them, and I kind of pieced it together, fixed them up a little bit. And then last but not least, number 17, another set of Forgestars, F14 Super Deep Concave. 19s once again, but I got silver, and I got the 11s, square set of 11s, just because I wanted to put the fronts and the rears together of the last set that I have. And I had a little bit more of an aggressive offset, so I reduced it by a few millimeters to see if I can have a little bit more of a perfect outcome on that one. So that's the last one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I felt like I was showing off my shoe collection. I've been posting some giveaways, so follow my Instagram, Mashimaro. I'll be making sure that you guys are getting something at least once a month. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate the support. I'll be making more videos hopefully once a week. And last but not least, be sure to follow, just because I'll be introducing some new things on my build. So I'm really excited to share those with you guys. If you have any questions or comments, put them below and I'll reply them as soon as I can. Have a great one. See ya.